Hey friends, come along with me as I take you on a tour of the Carnival Celebration. My family and I cruised on her this past January, and this was our very first time on a big XL class ship. We've only done smaller and mid-sized ships before, so this was a whole new experience. Is the saying, bigger is better, true? We wanted to find out. The Celebration is currently Carnival's largest ship in the fleet, coming in at a massive 183,521 gross tons. She started sailing in November 2022 and can hold over 6,500 guests at full capacity with around 1,700 crew members, making the magic happen. With a roller coaster at sea, endless dining, live shows, and so much more to explore. Let's go check it out. Here is the ultimate playground at the very top of the ship, and it is truly the ultimate spot for fun at sea. Up here you'll find so much to do: a ropes course, a full sports court where you can play a game of basketball, a mini golf course, bright and colorful water slides, and of course the legendary Bolt roller coaster, the first roller coaster at sea. One of my personal favorite things about this area was the walking track. I'm an early bird, so each morning I'd wake up before most people and head out here for a peaceful walk. The views of the sunrise over the ocean were incredible, and it was a fantastic start to my day. We were sailing with my husband's little cousins, ages 2 and 3, and let me tell you, they were completely obsessed with the waterworks splash area. It kept them entertained for hours, and they liked standing under the huge bucket and getting the water dumped on them. We had a reservation time to ride the Bolt coaster, which is a must-do. You've seen the photos and the videos. Now, reservations are required since it's so popular, and we were really looking forward to it, but unfortunately, my mom became very ill during the cruise, and we had to cancel our ride. Guest service was so kind and understanding, making sure everything was taken care of and making a tough moment a little easier. Here's the main pool area where they would show the dive-in movies. Now, some of my family members felt the pool water was a little chilly, and sometimes it was difficult finding a lounge chair. But I hear Carnival is trying to help with that issue. Right near the pool, there are several quick service restaurants, making it super easy to grab a bite without ever leaving the fun. Some options are included in your cruise fare, while others were available for a small additional fee. And one really fun feature, Carnival's famous Red Frog Tiki Bar is now 2 levels, giving it a lively tropical vibe that's perfect for sea days. Here's Circle C, one of the spots just for teens. It's a fun hangout space where they can meet other teens and enjoy activities planned just for them, so they're never bored. Carnival actually has kids clubs for every age group, from toddlers all the way up to teens, so parents can relax knowing there's something fun and safe for their kids to do. Just across the hall, you'll find the arcade, and this place is hard to miss. It's filled with bright lights, claw machines, racing games, and so many other fun options. Perfect for a little extra fun for the whole family. This was my favorite restaurant on the ship, Chabon. It's a fun fusion of Chinese and Mexican cuisine, and everything was absolutely delicious. I couldn't even decide on what to order because it all looked so good. The atmosphere here was lively and welcoming, and the highlight was definitely the dragon show. So colorful and full of energy. My baby cousin, Charlie, wasn't too sure about the dragon, but it made such a fun memory. It was one of the spots that I had to go back to again. This is the Grand Spectrum Theater, which has 3 levels. We saw a really fun circus show with lots of talented performers, and it was a great experience for the whole family. My tip is to get there early to save your seat because it fills up fast and some spots have limited views. If you've ever cruised with Carnival, you know they love snapping your photo every chance they get. This is the Pixels Gallery, where you can scroll through all your photos on a tablet and pick your favorites. I always end up buying at least one group shot. It's a fun way to remember the trip. Now we're heading to the aft of the ship, and there are even more great places to eat back here. My husband was a huge fan of the Italian restaurant. He said it was one of the best meals he had on the ship. He's a big Italian food fan. Then there's Miami Slice, which was such a treat. The pizza was fresh and hot, and I loved watching them make the dough. Another favorite was Deco Deli, which served some of the best sandwiches on board. It was quick and easy, stop for lunch or a snack, and everything still felt really fresh and flavorful. This is the customer service desk. I'm filming really early in the morning, so there's no line right now, but most of the time I walked by, the wait was pretty long. If you need help here, just be prepared to be patient. They're always super helpful once you get to the front. If you keep walking towards the back of the ship, you'll come across Guy's Pig and Anchor Smokehouse. This is the ship's barbecue spot. The guys in my family had a guys' dinner night, and this is where they picked to go. My uncle had a salmon dish that he raved about. Right next to it is the Heroes Lounge, which I think is a nice touch to honor our military. I'm forever grateful to all the sacrifices they've made for me and our country. It's a great spot to just hang out, catch a game on TV, and relax for a little bit. I think the NFL playoffs were going on, and we watched a little bit of the game. Here's a neat piece of artwork that celebrates Carnival's 50th anniversary. As you keep walking, you'll pass the Java Blue Cafe. This one's an extra fee and super popular. Mornings always had a long line of people waiting for their coffee fix. It's a nice place to grab a drink and sit down for a bit, with plenty of cozy seating and ocean views. Just a few steps away is Cherry on Top, the ship's candy store, which was a total hit with the kids. If you keep going, you'll come to the Golden Jubilee. The decor here is stunning with gold accents and framed ship blueprints, giving it a total Great Gatsby vibes. It really feels like stepping back in time for a classic cocktail. This was something I've never seen on another Carnival ship. A little history of the cruise line, told through these amazing porthole-style art displays. As you walk by, it tells the story of how Carnival became known as the fun ship, which I thought was a cool and unique touch. The main attraction in this room was the ship model, and I was blown away by how detailed it was. It even had the iconic funnel and the boat roller coaster on top. It was so fun to see the whole ship brought to life in this display. Heading up to deck 18, you'll find the adults-only lounge area, and this spot felt so relaxing. There are plenty of lounge chairs, so it's easy to find a place to sit back and enjoy the view. I spent some time up here sucking up the sun and listening to my audiobook, and it was a nice break from the hectic, busy parts of the ship. There's also a private pool and hot tub, plus a bar and quick service restaurant called Fresh Creations that serves salads. I didn't get a chance to try it this time, but it's on my list for the next time I cruise. This deck is perfect if you just want a quiet place to relax and recharge. Here's the buffet, and I'm filming before the breakfast rush, so it's nice and quiet right now. They serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And there's always a big selection with everything you can think of: fruit, cake, pasta, chicken. One thing I really liked was their fountain soda stations. You can just scan your cell pass to get your drinks. It works with the Bubbles soda package, or you can pay per an ounce, which I like. It's such a great idea, but I'll be honest, a few times the machines weren't working when we tried to use them. So they still have a few kinks to work out. Still, it's super convenient when it's running smoothly. This was one of my favorite areas on the ship, the Gateway. I love the entire travel theme, and the Latitudes bar served fun, themed cocktails that perfectly matched the vibe. The space was huge and open, something I've never experienced on a cruise ship before. We didn't get a chance to eat at Emerald's Bistro this time, but maybe next time. There's plenty of comfortable seating and massive virtual windows with changing scenes from around the world. It was fun to walk by and see something new each time. the whole atmosphere was just amazing. Of course, there has to be a casino on the ship. My husband loves playing, and he even taught me a few things at the tables. One thing I was excited about on this ship was they actually have a non-smoking side of the casino. Sometimes the smoke can really get to me, so having the option made it way more enjoyable. I know there's so much I need to cover on this tour. Unfortunately, my mom became very ill during this cruise, and I spent the last few days with her in the ship's medical center. It wasn't anything caused by the ship itself, but some heart issues that set off a whole chain of other problems. Even with that unexpected turn, I still wanted to share what I could about my experience on the Carnival Celebration. I truly enjoyed the ship and would absolutely sail on her again.